Natsu, Natsu, Natsu. No, not that Natsu. Hey guys, welcome on in. Kyrios here, and you know what time it is? It's time for a Natsu review, and unfortunately, a little bit of a spoiler. She's coming really close to another character. She is absolutely amazing, so we're gonna give her the 311, aka we're gonna review all of her abilities, check out the chapters down below, then we're gonna tell you what she's good at, and then we're gonna give her a final rating. Now, always keep in mind how many gems you have, whether you're a free-to-play player or a pay-to-win player or anything like that. And if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe the video, show it to your friends, yada, yada, yada. Come join us on Twitch, come join us on Discord. You know the deal. Let's go. Quickly, before we get started, I do want to show this roadmap again. Right now, we're in the May roadmap. We just came out of the bunny event. We got Natsu. Natsu's amazing. There's a lot of cool things happening. But in June, we do have a very special character, Akko. I'm going to say it right now. She is the most important character for a long time. So take any of the reviews recently or any of the ones coming up with that in consideration. So with that being said, let's kick it off. Now let's start off on the right hand side like we typically do. Natsu is a tank, a mystic style tank with an armor class of heavy. Affinity is dislike to urban, neutral to outdoors, and positive to indoors. So it sets her up perfectly for the chicken raid, which she is designed for. She is an SMG, so she does have those shoes, bags, and charm. So she's able to have that crit resistance. She's able to have additional defense and additional HP, which is really good to see. Let's move on over to the character details. We're going to go ahead and bump her up to 5-star all the way to level 80, because why not? By the way, level 80 is now the level cap in the Japanese version, so look forward to that. Attack, nothing to write home about. Everything else, not really something to write home about. Evasion's a little low, which is okay considering her kit. And HP is in a very good spot, and defense is also in a very good spot, especially considering you're going to stack on some more defense with that bag. So these stats are very, very good. Let's move on through to her skills. Now, her bread and butter is this EX skill, especially in the chicken raid. The chicken raid is going to do a laser beam that essentially puts a debuff on your tank. You can use a tank like Tsubaki and a few others, but then you're going to have to use healers like Chinatsu at EX3 to be able to cleanse those debuffs off. Otherwise, your tank is just going to get chewed alive. Now, she's able to do everything in one. She's able to heal herself for 338% of healing and clear all debuffs. And she also has a synergy to her sub skill, and we'll get to that in just a second. Now, her other bread and butter is her normal skill. Every 30 seconds, increases the attack of an ally by 16% for 20 seconds. If there are other allies on the field or other allies there, she will also put that buff on them. So essentially, she's buffing your characters by 16% attack besides herself. Absolutely amazing. I wish it was 25 seconds instead of 20 seconds, but you know, we can't be beggars here, right? Passive skill increases HP. That's good. We don't nothing to really write home about there. More HP is always a good thing. Sub skill now, when activating an EX skill, increases recovery rate by 13.8%, so 14%, stacking up to 3 times. So every single time you cast that. So the longer the raid goes on, the more strong her heal gets on her own, where she doesn't need an additional healer, at least in extreme mode, in a few of those other modes. In Insano mode might be a little bit different. Looking at her skill upgrade, she is that Trinity, so we should have been able to recover a decent amount from Trinity from our previous, having Koharu's and Summer Azusa and Azusa and all that, where we had to spend a ton of Trinity. Everything else looks pretty decent. Uses fragments, uses sprouts, mandrakes. So depending on what you have, that mileage may vary. And let's look at her unique equipment real quick. Beyond the Rumination increases indoor affinity to double S. Doesn't really matter too much. Increases passive skill, which increases her HP even further. Nothing to really write home about. I wouldn't focus on this unique weapon in my opinion. So let's move on to what she's good at in her general build. All right, for raids, she's going to be really good for Chitin and Chicken. Yes, Chitin, second team Chitin. Now she's actually good on every other raid if you need a tank or you just need someone to fill. She could help you out when you don't have a lot of healers and you just need to throw some people in there to try and get that extreme mode down. For general content, she's great in campaign, great in bounties as well. Not a commission I would particularly bring her to, but you could bring her to the base defense commission, I guess. And for PvP, you could do it. I wouldn't say she's my first pick, but she could be your trolley pick, even though Iori would probably eat her alive. Overall, her skill priority would be EX, the normal, the sub, the passive. An example I would do would be 5, 10, 7, 7. Her pros on the left is she does bring an attack buff to the team. She is a meta tank, and she has self-sustain. Her negatives on the right-hand side is, I guess, her passive is just okay. Honestly, I can't think of too many other bad things to say about her. She's pretty amazing, to be honest. Okay, guys, there you have it. There is the breakdown of Natsu. Now, I'm going to give her a final pull rating of a 4.5 out of 5. Now, why is it not a 5 out of 5? The reason I say that is only because she's so close to Akko. And Akko is such an important pull that if you go all in on Natsu and you can't pull Akko, you're going to hurt all of your other rates. So just for that reason alone, I'm going to knock off 0.5 off her list. But she can be used in every single raid. If you really need to and you need a tank, you don't need them on some. She can she's definitely meta. She's amazing. She supplies buffs and everything like that, and I can't fault her. She's great, but she isn't a limited, so you can off spook her, and she isn't needed day one. Now you might need her for chicken raid if you're trying to do extreme, but most people really only need to do hardcore. Chicken raid is going to be pretty difficult for a lot of people, so you won't really need her on the first chicken raid. So that's all I got. If you guys like the review, hit me up in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? You know, are you gonna pull on it? Are you not gonna pull on it? Let me know. Come join us on the Discord. Come follow me on twitch.tv where we will be streaming the EX chicken raid and all that goodness, and maybe some of the pulls on Natsu. And that's all I've got. have a great weekend. Have a great weekdays, wherever time it is for you in the world. And peace out from me to you. Fist bump.